Let's go to destination net.
Okay.
Destination net translate an original IP address to an alternative destination address. So destination net is something coming, the source is coming from internet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So destination means source is coming from destination.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody is working from home and somebody from public internet wants to access something from your network, either from your DMG or some policies we have created to allow internal
Mm-hmm.
resources to a public network, right? So somebody is coming from here and wants to access something from which is deployed in DMG. DMG is a demilitarized zone, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we
Okay.
sometimes we
Mm-hmm.
configure few servers in DMG. So want to allow the access for these servers which are deployed in DMG to public network. So
Mm-hmm.
our internal network can also access this DMG.
Mm-hmm.
So it is very risky, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are allowing internet access to DMZ. So we create a NAT policies to communicate first, and we also create few security policies to save the environment, right?
So in this case, what are we protecting? The request coming from the internet? That.
Yes, request coming from the internet is going
Uh-huh.
to the DMG to access the server deployed in the DMG. A lot of servers can be there in DMG.
Okay, so where is the NATing happening for the server that
Yes,
is on the DMZ?
let me tell you. Let's just understand what destination, you know now, right? What is destination net? Destination net translate an original IP address
Mm-hmm.
from internet,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then
Mm-hmm.
the DMG will understand this is internal network.
Mm-hmm.
Got it? So source net from internet. Destination is from DMG. One net. This is what I know. I'm I'm I want to access google.com and google.com is deployed in DMG. Just take an example. And
Okay.
I know what is the server, what is the server IP of google.com. So we know everything. Source is this and destination is this. 92.168.16.2.
Mm-hmm.
So I know before, right? And now before is this source and destination. Source and destination. Destination will be like, if you remember
Mm-hmm.
first policies, pre-netting, and second post-netting after translation.
Mm-hmm.
So we only know, if you remember last session, we only know this
Mm-hmm.
for now, right?
Yes. Yes.
And after netting, net is configured in Palo Alto Firewall. We know now this Palo Alto to this server.
Okay, so you are protecting your server that is on the DMZ from the public.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
this is
protecting the
called
server.
destination. Okay, but
Yes,
source mapping was like when from the internal network,
internal, right.
you
And
wanna
going to
go
internet,
internet.
internet.
You
So
put the
protecting
NAT.
something from internet.
Okay, okay, got it.
Something should not come back to, and NAT is something not related to protection. It is something to convert an IP so that it can communicate to the internet. So somebody is coming to internet, and this DMG also need internet access to allow, right?
Mhm.
To be allowed to allow the access to the users. So it is the public IP. This is the public IP. 192.51.100.22. But we don't know anything. We just want to access this. So right now the user is from 2.5 and going to 100.22. And now we are configuring translation. Translation is translation netting. So translation we are configuring here in terms of example.com. Suppose, so translation will happen. Source will remain same because we have already configured netting on this IP. So this IP will get to know because this IP is in Palo Alto Firewall.
Mhm.
This IP is configured where? In Palo Alto. So this
Mhm.
IP will translate and will redirect to the request to the DMG.
Okay, so in Palo Alto, we say that, okay, if this traffic is coming from like outside the Untrust and it wants to go
Yes,
to the DMZ, change the not
yes.
the destination,
Change the net. Translate the net.
that
Translate.
destination. Okay, into that one. So to changing the IP address that ends in 122 into the 16.2.
Correct.
That is
So
happening in Palo Alto. Okay.
yeah, DMG have multiple servers deployed having the same subnet, right? So it is sometimes possible that DMG is translating or something. Destination is NAT is translating the destination. Destination NAT translate an original destination IP, translating the destination IP. It is translating this IP. So this internal
Yes,
IP, this
yes.
DMG IP will not get to know about this IP,
Okay, okay.
right? So we don't want to know about public IP, some public IP somewhere there in the internet, right? So you don't, yes, just like an example, if you want to access google.com and your
Mm-hmm.
IP is 192.168.1.1, this is your computer IP. So google.com will not be able to know your IP, he will know your public IP, whatever IP the ISP is giving to google.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is translating the ISP IP is being translating your IP,
Okay,
right?
got it,
We are
got
good,
it.
right? So
Yeah.
destination net translate an original net destination IP address to an alternative destination IP. This is
Mm,
alternative destination IP.
okay,
Okay. So
okay.
destination
Clear.
net translate an original IP destination IP. This original destination IP.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay.
So destination net attributes again like source net. We studied static IP, one-to-one fixed translation, like in source as well. So a static IP, netting is something we will have in source net and destination net both. So it is one-to-one fixed translation. One-to-one, you know, right? One source to one destination. So one IP will be needed.
Yes, yes, yes.
You are discussing here same thing, it is same thing, but it is from destination.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it is same thing, but it is from destination. It was from source and it is from destination. Change the destination IP address while leaving the destination port unchanged. So
Mm-hmm.
port will not play an important role. So port will remain same because we are not doing dynamic. So it is static. So port will not play any role. Port will keep unchanged.
Mm-hmm.
To change the destination IP, it will change the destination IP for the DMG, right? Because DMG will not be able to know that what is the source IP. Uh, you- DMG will only know the IP which is there on the firewall.
I'm so sorry, Lakhan. Can you go back uh, to that? Yeah, that one. Can you explain again the
Yes,
second
yes.
bullet? The second bullet
Changes the
changes in.
destination IP address. So it is
Mm-hmm.
changing the destination IP address. This was the destination
Okay.
IP address first. So it
Uh-huh.
changes the destination IP address to this 192, 198.51.100 because this is public IP. And
But
DMG will not allow this IP to
yes,
communicate.
yes. But
So
okay, go back now. Changing the destination IP address. You said while leaving the
while leaving the
destination
destination
port.
port unchanged,
Okay, so the port stays the same.
yeah, port will remain same.
Okay,
Just
okay.
because when the request will go back to public IP here in Palo Alto, this public IP will forward the request to the internet. So port will remain changed. How will get to know that this is related to this? Just because of port.
Yeah,
Port will remain
port.
unchanged. So port will
Okay.
remain unchanged. It will redirect the request. Suppose google.com request, it will redirect to this computer using the port number because it is unchanged. So it is not getting
Mhm,
changed. So this will redirect to the requested server to the particular source from
mhm.
destination, source from internet.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
So, say for example, the request, the destination so the laptop that you have there
Mhm.
wants to go to that destination. In that place where the request is coming from, they also have firewall, right? So
Yes.
for them, it's going to be maybe source nothing. Okay. So
Yes.
there
Yes.
are multiple nothing happening everywhere. Like,
Rise. Right. Right. Right.
oh,
Suppose internet.
okay.
We don't know. We don't know who's this,
Mhm.
right?
We don't know.
He's source.
So so they're
Sorry.
hiding their original, like their main like their original IP
Actually,
address
it is
from
not
you.
hiding. It is not
No, I mean,
hiding.
you
It
know,
is,
like they're
yeah,
protecting their IP
yeah.
address from
It
you.
is required. It is required to translate because this server will not allow any internet IP to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
This server, because this is internal DMG server. This server
Okay.
will not allow any,
And
will not entertain any IP which is there in the internet due to security
okay.
reasons, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
there should be a public IP, known public IP on deployed in the firewall. So it is now considering this IP as a source. So it will reply to this public IP. You can see
But
my mouse hovering, right?
yeah. But the DMZ, the server that is on the DMZ, it's in the DMZ because you wanna make it exposed to the public, right?
Yes, yes, right. That is why that's there in the DMG. DMG will allow to will give you access to internal and external both. It is
Both.
publicly
Okay.
accessible as well as it is accessible
Okay.
through internal network.
So
So it
why do we need to do nothing then?
netting just to be safer side, as I said, right? Nobody will allow to access from internet, internal server. So netting now will make DMG understand that I am your network, I am your public IP. So I am
Okay.
your public IP. You can trust me. You can just
Okay. So
give me whatever I'm requesting.
even though it is on the DMZ, but that doesn't mean it's like completely open to the public. You still
Yes,
protect it
yes.
with the nothing.
Yes, we are protecting because we are also allowing the internal network to access the server from here. So if there is an
Ah,
internal network and this is also allowed, so it will be sometimes this user from internet will send some malicious
okay.
active in malicious websites through HTTPS. So now
Okay.
it has left this few things here, and then LAN is coming here to access the DMG.
Okay, but this is not necessarily always the way that traffic goes through. For example, like you could have from the internal network,
Mhm.
your like server in the internal network can go into the public just by nothing, a source nothing on the firewall without needing to use DMZ, right? You just allow it to go. Like, for example, if I am internally with my company's laptop, want to go to Google, they let me go
Mhm.
out to Google using source nothing, which means,
Yes.
okay, so I don't necessarily need to go through DMZ. I just
Yes,
go,
yes, that is not
oh,
necessary. You will
okay.
go to DMG only when there is a server required to access.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I'm
Suppose
clear. I'm
some
clear
Facebook,
now.
some other servers are there in DMG that is also allowed to access by public. Suppose there is a public website, you can consider any website, right? That is also allowed to access by public internet.
Got it.
So only
Okay.
then we need to go to DMG. That's not as
Yes. Okay, I'm clear now. Sorry. Thank you so much. You cleared it